told when opening our first credit card to spend responsibly. But what about repaying responsibly? Recently, the term credit cycling has taken off on social media following a wave of people sharing stories about their bank accounts being closed. The topic is highlighting a growing lack of financial literacy among credit card users.
Our chief business correspondent with Queen City News, Taylor Young, joining us this morning. And Taylor, first of all, we did basically a poll. Almost no one has heard of what credit cycling is. Explain it. What is this, Taylor?
Yeah, so it's when someone essentially repeatedly maxes out their credit card, then pays it off all in one cycle. So it's like this revolving door of debt. And I think it's better explained with an example because I think that can get a little bit confusing. So say you open a new credit card and your limit is $5,000. You decide to make a big purchase, spend it all in one place on a new gaming system. Well, you have officially maxed out your credit limit for the month. But, and this is where it gets important, instead of waiting until your next cycle to spend more, you pay off that new gaming system immediately, which then brings your credit limit back up to $5,000, and you continue to make more purchases. So this essentially allows people to spend far beyond their credit limit, and in some cases, doubling it. Now, this is a practice that has become a trend among young credit card users, and while very tempting, it does come with a lot of risks.
I don't know why I'm still confused on this here a little bit. Like, what's the fascination with this, right? Because I'm sitting there going, I mean, if you pay it off within the 30-day cycle, how is that harmful? You're paying for it and you're not incurring a finance charge.
Yeah, because you technically have a credit limit, right?
Right.
So what you're doing is burning through that,
okay,
and then paying it off, and then boom, your credit limit is back up to your normal spot. So there's a lot of reasons of why this can be a little very tempting. The biggest one is you can really rack up rewards. That's your cash back, your travel points, your sign-on bonuses, and also it can be tempting because this allows you to again increase your credit limit. So you're able to make a lot more purchases than what the bank essentially told you that you could in the very beginning.
Okay, so what are the risks associated with? Because I'm with Jason. If you're paying it off here before the monthly billing cycle is over, maybe we're just too old to figure it out. What are the risks here?
I mean, the biggest risk is a bank kind of noticing that you're doing this and then shutting down your account and then taking back all of your rewards, because banks spend billions of dollars on rewards every single year. It's what gets people to open up credit cards, right? They even kind of have competitions over, well, my bank offers better rewards. Well, this artificially kind of inflates the cost a bank would be spending on those rewards. But secondly, and I think this is the one that people should really think about, is that this can also raise alarm bells on the type of behavior that you're doing. So it can look like you're in financial distress. You are borrowing way more than the bank allots you to. And second, it also mimics fraud and money laundering. And that's not something that you want to have on your account either.
Okay, can I throw another example out there and see if I'm in the ballpark? I'm trying to wrap my head around this. All right, so let's say you get 2-3% cash back. You maxed out the $5,000 for the month. You pay it back in a week, right? So you got 2% cash back on the $5,000. You've paid it off.
Yeah.
I make another $5,000 purchase. I'm getting another 2 or 3% cash back when I was originally only supposed to get it on the $5,000, right?
Yes.
So now I'm getting it on $10,000
exactly.
within a 30-day cycle.
Yes.
That's where the red flag comes up to
Yes.
these banks going, we only told you could do it on your max amount. You're doubling that amount in a 30-day cycle. That's the issue here. It's not that am I getting into debt. It's I'm sort of taking advantage of the system.
Yes.
And
the concern is not just on rewards. I mean, that's a benefit of this for the people who do it, but it's the behavior that this looks a lot like money laundering.
Wow, this is really interesting. And financial literacy continues to be an issue for not just younger generations, but everyone still.
I mean, considering that a lot of people are doing this and not even realizing. I mean, even just our conversation, it's kind of like, why is this wrong?
Why is it wrong? Yeah.
So a lot of people are accidentally doing this, which is why it went kind of viral on social media, because people were responding saying, wow, I didn't even know that this was kind of against bank policy. So read your contracts with your bank when you open up a credit card, or you can lose all of your rewards. But I'm kind of looking bigger picture here. There are several studies out there that say that financial literacy is actually declining since 2020. According to the National Financial Literacy Council, 40% of U.S. adults right now could not pass a basic financial literacy test. So I do think on a positive note, though, a big part of why people are kind of losing that financial literacy is because it's not really taught a lot in schools, right? We're not really taught, I wasn't in high school about financial literacy, but a lot more districts and states are starting to incorporate that in their curriculums. Just back in 2022, I covered this when it happened, the South Carolina Board of Education made it a requirement that all high school students had to take a credit card literacy program or class before graduation. So hopefully this is something that we all kind of get better at, because clearly I think a lot of people didn't know about this. And I think that's why it's going viral right now.
Blew my mind. I didn't even know that was against bank policy there, so I'm going to have to go review my terms and conditions. Taylor, thank you for alerting us to something that probably everybody should be paying attention to. Taylor, thank you.